Good evening. Tonight, we investigate a major cultural crossing that is currently sending shockwaves through the American music industry. For over a decade, the Marburg-born virtuoso During, known globally to her nearly 2 million subscribers as Drums, has been a digital ghost in the American machine. She has built one of the largest percussion-based audiences in the world through a screen. But as of March 2026, the digital barrier has been shattered. We are tracking reports that the Rock the Opera USA tour is officially. This isn't just a series of club dates. It is a calculated, independent takeover of the most competitive music market on the planet. From the historic theaters of New York to the tech-heavy venues of Los Angeles, we bring you the full report on how Drums is finally bringing her technical mastery to the United States. The most remarkable aspect of 2026 US tour is not its scale, but its independence. Our reporting shows that has bypassed every major American booking agency and record label to self-fund this invasion. Leveraging her strategic relocation to London in 2024, she used her UK-based production hub to coordinate a direct-to-fan ticketing model that ensured her grounded community had first priority. This is a bold defiance of the traditional invasion model used by European bands in the past. Instead of waiting for a label to break her in America, used 13 years of digital data to identify her high-density fan hubs in cities like New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. By owning the data and the distribution, she has maintained 100% creative control over the tour's branding, and this financial autonomy allows her to bring a premium, high-fidelity production to theaters that usually require major label backing. It is a blueprint for the 2026 virtuoso. Use the internet to build the demand, and use independence to fulfill it. The tour officially ignited in the industrial heart of the Northeast, with a multi-night residency in New York City. For New York represents the ultimate rhythmic baptism, a city with a brutal standard for technical excellence. Our team on the ground noted that the atmosphere at the Manhattan venues was electric, a decade of digital anticipation finally manifesting as a physical roar. Chose New York not just for its market size, but for its historical significance in the rock and jazz fusion scenes. During these opening nights, she integrated her new original suites composed during her time at RTZ into a of classic rock legends. This strategic blend proved to the American critics that she is more than a YouTube drummer. She is a serious composer and a band leader. The New York launch set the tone for the rest of the tour, proving that her technical precision, which some skeptics claimed was studio magic, is even more impressive when witnessed from 20 feet away in a live theater. Following the success in New York, the invasion moved toward the Midwest, specifically the blues and rock heartland of Chicago. For an artist whose foundations are built on the groove and the pocket, Chicago is sacred ground. Our reporting suggests that the Chicago dates were some of the fastest-selling of the entire 2026 tour. Here, emphasize the sonic of her sound, utilizing specific tuning for her kit to match the gritty, soulful energy of the city. The Chicago shows featured several collaborations with local blues rock virtuosos, a move that integrated her into the local scene rather than just passing through it. This hub strategy is a key part of her 2026 brand. She isn't just a visiting artist. She is a global collaborator who seeks to bridge the gap between her European education and the American roots of the music she plays. The Midwest reception her status as a guardian of the classic rock flame in the eyes of the American heartland. One of the most discussed aspects of the 2026 tour among gearheads and student drummers is the technical rig has brought across the Atlantic. Shipping a custom setup to the US is a massive logistical and financial undertaking, but for it was non-negotiable. She has often stated that her drums are an extension of her anatomy, and the audiophile quality of her show depends on the specific physics of her maple and birch hybrid shells. Our investigation into the tour's technical rider reveals a visual transparency setup. Multiple overhead and foot cam angles are projected onto massive LED screens behind her, allowing the audience to see every ghost note and double kick fill in high definition. This removes the mystery of the performance and turns the concert into a live. By prioritizing the details of the sound and the sight, is reinforcing her brand of authentic excellence to an American audience that is increasingly tired of overproduced and tracked live performances. In a move that is being called the future of touring, has integrated her global studio initiative into her American live sets. Utilizing low-latency fiber optic technology, several segments of her show feature virtual guest musicians from her global network in London, Tokyo, and Jakarta appearing on screen to play alongside her in real time. This isn't a pre-recorded video. It is a live, interactive jam across thousands of miles. This technical feat is a direct result of the infrastructure she built for her Kai My 2026 album. For the American audience, seeing a drummer in Los Angeles perfectly sync with a bassist in London is a revelation of what is possible in the digital age. This hybrid touring model allows her to bring the full weight of her global orchestra to the States without the astronomical cost of flying 20 musicians across the world. It is a mastery of the screen that actually enhances the stage, proving that is an architect of technology as much as she is a master of rhythm. Beyond the music, the 2026 tour is defined by its educational component, has integrated meet and greets into every stop of the North American invasion. These sessions are designed for her grounded community, students and fans who want to move beyond the how-to videos and learn the why behind her technique. Our reporting from these sessions shows a musician who is deeply committed to the next generation. She spends hours demystifying the complex time signatures of Dream Theater and the swing of Deep Purple, treating the drum kit as a tool for personal growth and academic discipline. For many American fans, these sessions are the highlight of the tour, offering a level of intimacy and mentorship that is rare in the VIP experience culture of modern touring. Is using her time in America to build a legacy that isn't just about her own fame, but about the elevation of the instrument itself. A critical narrative of the 2026 USA Tour is its role as a figurehead for women in percussion. In a market like the United States, where the rock drummer archetype is still heavily male-dominated, its presence as a technical leader and executive producer is a powerful manifesto. Our interviews with young female drummers at the Los Angeles and New York shows reveal a common theme: is the reason they picked up the sticks. She doesn't lean into viral tropes or gender-based gimmicks. She leans into the gear, the technique, and the music. This music-first approach has garnered her a level of respect that transcends gender, making her a peer to the legends in the eyes of the American drumming community. By taking her technical mastery to the States, she is physically breaking the glass ceiling of the percussion world, proving that excellence is the only metric that matters. Is using her American tour to perform what we are calling rhythmic diplomacy. Several tracks in her are global fusion pieces that integrate traditional Indonesian rhythmic patterns into a modern rock framework. This is a strategic move to honor her massive Indonesian, while introducing American audiences to a new sonic language. By blending the intricate, mathematical patterns of gamelan with the power of a kick drum, she is proving that the language of the beat is universal. This fusion is a hallmark of her 2026 brand, positioning her as a global citizen who uses her platform to bridge the gap between cultures. For the American listener, it is an education in global percussion. For the Indonesian fan watching it is a moment of pride to see their heritage honored on a New York stage. This diplomacy is what makes drums more than just a musician. She is a connector in a fractured world. The tour is set to culminate in a massive finale in Los Angeles, the entertainment capital of the world. For Los Angeles represents the final exam of her North American invasion. Here, she is expected to perform her most complex, original suites, alongside high-profile session guests she recruited through her 2026. The LA shows are being filmed for a high-definition concert film, documenting her official graduation from a YouTube prodigy to a global touring virtuoso. Our reporting indicates that the old guard of the LA session scene is already buzzing about her arrival, with many legendary drummers planning to attend the shows. This is the moment the screen finally fades, and the legend becomes real in the most high-stakes city in the world. The LA finale will be the definitive proof that drums has not only come to America, but has conquered it on her own independent terms. As we conclude this special report, the legacy of the North American Invasion tour is already being written. Deering has proven that a modern artist doesn't need a label, a gimmick, or a middleman to build a global career. She used 13 years of hard work, a bachelor's degree in jazz and pop, and a pair of sticks to turn a digital audience into a physical movement. The 2026 tour is a manifesto for the modern musician, providing a map for how to navigate the digital-physical divide with integrity and technical mastery. As the tour bus rolls toward its final destination, the message to the world is clear. The most powerful sound in the world is the authentic live resonance of a master at work. Drums has found her frequency, and America is finally in sync. Reporting from the heart of the 2026 Rhythmic Revolution, I'm your name. Back to the studio.